Guys, welcome to another video tutorial by Nocode Africa. In this tutorial, I'm going to reintroduce you to FlutterFlow. All right, so it's been a while I created a video on this channel. I'm really sorry for not staying consistent and providing you with so much of educational content with regards to building apps without coding. So I am making a promise. Yes, I have not promised you guys before, but this is my first time, right? This is the first time I'm going to be making a promise. I promise to stay consistent, at least try to stay consistent in creating content for you guys, teaching you how to build apps without coding. So please try to see how you can take back your energy, bring it back, and then we can have have our classes all over again. So yeah, I'm going to be reintroducing you to FlutterFlow. As you can see on the screen, FlutterFlow helps you to build better and launch faster. Now, this is one of the best things that has happened to me in the past almost 3 years, because I discovered I think it's almost it's almost exactly 3 years, right? So because I discovered FlutterFlow in December 2022, and then this is November 2025. It's almost 3 years, if not 3 years already. So yeah, and basically my entire life changed because of this technology. And I am very certain that your life can either change because of FlutterFlow or because of any other technology that helps you to build applications without having to write codes, including the ones that has to do with AI, right? So now we have Lovable, Bolded New, even Dreamflow, which is from FlutterFlow. So, but for today, I'm just going to talk about FlutterFlow, just reintroducing you to it, something really simple, just for the old guys to just see the new development with the technology, and for the new people to begin to visualize the possibilities behind this technology. So with FlutterFlow, you can build better, launch faster. FlutterFlow helps you build high quality customized apps really quickly, all right? And you can start for free. These are most of the things you can see on their website. The website is flutterflow.io. It's there in the description under this video. You'll be able to see that. You will also see the link to subscribe to our newsletter, that's Substack. And it's one of the best things that you can do for yourself, because we'll be sharing information more tangibly over there. And then, of course, remember to join our community too and get the freebies. Actually, my birthday is coming very close, so I'll be giving out my courses for free. So try and make sure you join the community so that you can get those courses for free too. All right, so you can connect your app to data with a few clicks with FlutterFlow. You can collaborate seamlessly. That means you can work with other people. You can build ones and deploy everywhere. You can deploy to App Store, Play Store, and even web with few clicks. These are some of the applications that have been built here. So I don't know, it's not really swiping. Okay, so we'll check it out later. So you can own your code, export your code with the click of a button, no vendor lock-in. All right, that means you can build your application here with FlutterFlow and then download your code and host it anywhere else. Now, this is very interesting for for Flutter developers. That's traditional Flutter developers that write their codes using any of the code editors, like let's say VS Code, for instance. So if that's what you do already, you can use FlutterFlow as your visual builder. You can use it to create the visual elements of your application, and then go ahead and then launch it anywhere else that you want. You can even also go ahead and build the backend with FlutterFlow, then download the code and then open it on VS Code, launch it wherever you want to. All right, these are the options that you get to see when you go to developer menu. I'm going to show you all of that when we visit the dashboard for FlutterFlow. So what else? These are most of the applications that have been built with FlutterFlow, so you can actually go through it. We'll try to see how we can go through some of them, all right, eventually. All right, these are some of the applications that have been built here. Now, these are the customer feedbacks, customer feedbacks from different people. Okay, so one of the best things that you can do is coming to resources in the FlutterFlow's website. You see documentation, you see templates, you see hire developer, You can see work with developers. This is for clients who are looking for people to work with. So you can either hire me, or you can come to the platform here and look for developers to build your application for you. So you can hire a developer or work with developers. You can also apply to be a developer with the FlutterFlow, team. Then there's trainings, and then there's community, FlutterFlow developer groups all over the world, partners, ambassadors. I happen to be an ambassador for FlutterFlow as well. All right, so this is where I am. Okay, so this channel was previously called Illspace. That's why we have Illspace here, but now it's called Nocode Africa. All right, so let's go back here and look at some other things. So you can showcase your application. Okay, this is the showcase of applications made there, customer stories, and then the blog. Then this is FlutterFlow student ambassadors, and then this is like the general ambassadors too and partners. Okay, so away from this, if you come to the documentation, all right, you get to see FlutterFlow docs. You see marketplace documentation. You see troubleshooting. Now, troubleshooting is basically the part where you get to figure out some of the ways you can fix issues in your project. You can, check out how to fix issues in widgets. You can check out how to fix issues that you experience with widgets. This is like custom widget errors. You can come here and read and check out this documentation that was worked on by yours faithfully. Yeah, so you can also check out some other documentations as well. Emoji size on iOS devices. You can check out infinite scroll pagination in list view, scroll to action on page load. You can check out how to resolve some of these issues by checking out the troubleshooting documentation here on your screen. All right, so then for some people that also have issues with notifications, you can also come here to check out how to fix the FCM token generation troubleshooting, Firebase push notification troubleshooting, Firebase push notifications on the web. You can check out all this documentation. So away from this is the documents that has to do with the marketplace. This is one of the ways to make money from FlutterFlow. You can build your application and then just come to the marketplace. Where do we have that? Where is it? Let's just come here quickly and search for FlutterFlow marketplace. Yeah, so yeah, this is it, marketplace FlutterFlow. So here you get to see applications that have been built by different people, and then you can go ahead and then click to purchase it. So these are the applications that have been built and then published on this platform. You see their price tag. You see the ones that are free of charge. Like this one here is free of charge, so you can download it and then use it and clone it and use it on your on your own FlutterFlow account. So these are the applications that have been built here. There are lots of free applications, and then there are lots of paid applications too, so you can check them out. And if at all you're eventually very good at building apps without coding using FlutterFlow, you can also come here and then sign in and then publish your applications. Okay, so I think that's it for here. Let me go back to the main part. We've talked about most of these. What I've not talked about is the pricing. All right, so let's go to pricing real quick for someone that is new to this particular technology. Now, if you come over here, you get to see the individual and teams plan. You see enterprise, see education plan. All right, this is if at all you're an educator like myself, you teach people, there's a different way FlutterFlow treats you. So here, current college or university students and educators are eligible to receive a free 1-year trial of FlutterFlow Premium. That means if you're a teacher like me, you're a trainer like myself, and you're a student, you can qualify for student pricing as long as you are 18 years of age, you're currently enrolled full-time at an accredited public or private university or college. Then for those who want to qualify as educator, all right, you just need to be currently employed at an accredited public or private university or college. All right, and then this is the enterprise price. Let's go to the individual and teams pricing first. You see here, this is the growth plan. All right, this is the first seat $32, second seat is $22. This is basically a monthly plan, so you can click to check out the yearly plan. So this goes for $288 for a year and $198 for a year for the second seat. All right, And then for basics, all right, basic, this is the basic part. It allows you to download project source code or APK. Now this is the new pricing policy for FlutterFlow. Before now, it was quite easy for you to just build your application with the free account and just download as well, but now you can't really do that. All right, so but now you can just go ahead and have unlimited projects. Okay, for the free account, you have only access to 2 projects. You can do web publishing, you can do API and data integration, you can build mobile, web, and desktop apps. You can have access to 100 plus pre-built templates, visual development environment, all of that. Then for the basic plan, you get to have access to the free features that are in this plan, and then unlimited projects, code download, APK download, custom domain for web, that's 1. All right, publishing, connect 1 domain for free, and then you can test on local devices, iOS, Android emulators, and physical devices too. 1-click Apple and Google Play Store deployment. Then you can check out this particular one. This one allows for collaboration, right? So if you want to actively build an application alongside your team, then you have to go for the growth plan, right? So that's basically what this one has to do. And then here you have access to up to 2 users, pay per seat. All right, then for if you want to have up to 5 users, then this is the plan you go for. All right, so this is it. You can scroll down to see more more detailed use cases for each of the plans. All right, that's it. Okay, so let's dive into the dashboard for FlutterFlow. If you don't have an account, just hit on start for free, and then you'll be able to sign up on FlutterFlow. And if you have an account already, just go ahead and log in and you will have access to the dashboard here. All right, so for me, I have a special access because of the fact that I am an ambassador, and that's why I provide you with this information and content teaching you how to build apps without coding. Okay, so I would have loved to just like create a new application entirely, but I would like us to just go to an existing one. So this is a food application I built like 3 months ago. I built it a long time ago actually, but I think I cloned it or I edited it. Yeah, I did it 3 months ago. It's been a long time project. Let's just open it real quick and then see the project itself. Now, I just want to walk you through the FlutterFlow dashboard real quick, show you what's possible and how this platform really works, right? So this is just a reintroduction for FlutterFlow, all right? And this is the home screen. Like this is the screen, the very first screen that you get to see. If you come here to where we call it the widget tree, all right? This is the widget tree. This is the widget palette. So if you click on here, you see some of the commonly used elements. By elements, I mean the different things that makes up your screen when you're building an application like on FlutterFlow, right? So here is an image, all right? This is an image. This is an image as well. That's an element. If you come here, you see that there's an image here in the commonly used element. So we have button, we have row, we have column. Like now, all of these items are inside a column. As you can see, when I clicked on it, it showed here, right? All of these items are inside a column. This particular item is inside a row because I wanted to center align it. And then this image is also inside a column. I had to give it some proper padding here, padding on the top and padding on the left to proper position it here exactly where I want it to be according to the UI UX design. Before building an application, one of the first things that you need to do is have a UI UX design, and you can have a UI UX design by going to Figma community and downloading a pre-existing template and then using that to build. We're going to look at building applications using FlutterFlow right from scratch in subsequent tutorials, because if you check the channel already, you will see old tutorials, but a lot of things has changed in FlutterFlow, and that's why I'll be creating more tutorials showing you how to build different applications, walking you through CRUD, walking you through how to build a web application or a mobile application or just some very simple applications like that, so that you can get acquainted to it. Most of the tutorials I have already are old. You can watch them, right? But this is me rededicating myself to teaching you all over again. So let's go ahead and continue our class. So here are the commonly used items: text, column, row, button, image, container, We have a lot here: grid view, spacer, divider, tab bar, vertical divider, page view, and the rest. So eventually we're going to see how we can work on this. This is me just introducing you to it. Most of these elements, if at all you're a traditional developer, you had to like write codes, long lines of codes just to build this. Now let me show you something. For example, this is a food delivery application I built some months back, right? Let me come here to the storyboard where you get to see how it's been connected. This is the splash screen, the onboarding, the sign up, home. From home you get a profile to personal, profiles, edit profile, you see orders for the drivers, edit card, address, change photo, seller dashboard, search, my orders, add new address, login, offer, a lot of screens, right? The storyboard here helps you to see how the different screens in your applications get connected. All right, so that's why we have the storyboard. And I've talked about the widget palette, which you can click by coming here, and then this is the widget tree. Now the widget tree shows you all the different pages that makes up your application. Now a mobile application is a combination of several pages, right? So let's say you're building a to-do list, for instance. You're gonna have a page where the users get to land on once the click to open your application on their devices. Then you're going to have the part that has to do with maybe the sign up screen, the login screen. You get to have access to the dashboard where they land on before they begin doing a couple of things. Now this is just to tell you that there are lots of different screens that makes up a mobile application. And then how can you see all of these screens when you're building? That's where the widget tree comes into play. So we have the change photo screen. This is the bottom sheet. All right, or you call it a pop-up. This is how you get to see them. Then we have, these are some of the screens that we have in this application. All right, then we have the offer, the update order, track order details, sign up. We have the other items, buyer, search, add new items, login, location, seller dashboard, home, profile, a lot of screens. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that FlutterFlow helps you to write the codes for these screens. All you just need to do is come to the widget palette and then drag these things there, and FlutterFlow does the writing of the codes. Like this container has a padding on the left, which is 24, and it's actually inside a row, all right, which is another widget, right? And all of these, if you come here to where we have the developer menu and then you click on view code, you get to see that FlutterFlow did the writing of the codes for you. So your application built with FlutterFlow does not run on water, it runs on codes. And then these codes are Google Dart programming language and of course the Flutter framework. So this is the codes that makes up the application. As you can see, this particular page here that looks very friendly and interesting is being generated by this, bunch of codes here. So we have here how many lines? Let's keep going down. So we have here 989 lines of codes, all right? 989 lines of code. And that's what FlutterFlow helped you overcome by building this platform and helping you to build. Now if you see here, we have a lot of screens, the splash screen, onboarding, login, forgot password, verification, and lots of screens as well. And these are the codes that makes up these screens. Okay, let's go back and then see how we can just run through the remaining part. Now this particular part here you see here is the part where you get to see the errors in your application and then the warnings as well. All right, the errors means there's a problem, you can't run the application without fixing it. Warnings means these are the things that you can do to optimize your application. Do these, do that, and all of that. Okay, then we have the AI generation history menu. If you want to build some of the pages or components in your application, all you just need to do is go ahead and use a generate with AI tool, and then you build something really powerful with FlutterFlow. All right, so you can build a page, you can generate a page with AI, you can generate a component with AI. All right, then here is where you have maybe some of the comments, all right, from maybe your team members, so or maybe the ones that have been assigned to you and all of that, and then resolve comments. Down we have this is the version control. If you click here, you get to see you know, the different versions of your application, right? You get to see what version is my application. So when you build an application, you can, you know, save that particular version and then return back to it in case something happens. All right, so that's for this. And then we have the share project. Now, this is how to share your project with someone else. You can go ahead and then, you know, click on this particular icon. That's this icon here. And then you see here, you have to click on make public so that you can now go ahead and copy this particular link and share it with the person. Once you share it with the person and the person opens, loads it on their browser that they have their FlutterFlow already logged in, it will show them a particular section where they can clone the application and use it for themselves. All right, so that's like how it works, and that's the part. And then for here, this is where you get to preview your application, see how it works, see how it looks like, not really how it works. So this is how the application looks like without having to see all the other uninteresting things. All right, so you can click here to move from different pages. All right, and then you can just like see how it works. I'm swiping now. Then you can check out some of these. Check this out, check this out, check, and then just have access to look at how your application looks like without having access to the backend yet. This is just the front end of your application, all right, without the backend. So now with this, you can actually go ahead and then check it out in a screenshot mode. Now this screenshot mode allows you to take a screenshot of your screen, all right, and like you can actually download it. This is for Play Store screenshots for Android, then App Store screenshots for iPhone and Pad. So you can like turn this on and then generate the screenshots, right? So it's to give you for both you know, technologies. Okay, now that's about it. Let's go back to our application. Now I've talked about a couple of things here, and then let's go to this is a widget tree, the storyboard. Now we have this is the Firestore tab, right? This is the Firestore tab, and then you get to connect your application to Firebase. All right, so FlutterFlow doesn't handle the storage of the files that makes up your application. It allows you to use either Firebase or Supabase to build your application. All right, Firebase or Supabase handles the authentication, the cloud functions, and then just helping you run your application properly. So here I have the different you know, collections that has to do with my application: the user collection, the inventory, restaurant, cart, orders, address, chats, chat messages, and all of that. Now you can get to see all of these things, and you can click on manage content to, you know, have access to the information in your application. Okay, I think I'm having issues with this. Maybe it's not like properly connected to Firebase project. So yeah, it's an old project. So, but if at all you have a project already and you want to see the details in the project, you can, like, details in each of these collections, you can go ahead and just click on manage content. All right, so okay, so let's go ahead and go to data types. So this is where you can add data types. All right, this is where you can add data types. We'll talk about this eventually when we're like building an application from scratch again, like we used to in the past. So we'll talk about app values. This is app values. This one is one of the most interesting parts, where you create like an app value, like you know, an app state variable, and this is basically going to help you control the functionality of a certain feature in your application. Now it's a bit difficult to explain it without showing, so I will just like let it slide. This is the part that allows you to, you know, add API calls. You can create API group calls. You can create a single API call. So I'm just going to cancel that. Then here is where we have the project assets. This is the image that you bring into your application just so that you can make your application work. All right, so you don't have to come here and upload them individually while you're building. For instance, if you come here to where we have this image here, you can come here and then you see add assets. You know, you either change from asset or from network. So if you say it's assets, you want to upload it, you can click here to, you know, upload the image. All right, so let's go to the custom code part. Now this is one of the most interesting parts of FlutterFlow. It allows you to create custom functions. Now most there are some features or functionalities that you might not be able to achieve directly using FlutterFlow, like using the free components that are available in FlutterFlow. So FlutterFlow allows you to build, write custom codes that can help you generate custom functions, custom widgets, and then custom actions. All right, so that's basically what all of this entails. So you can have access to a couple of things in your project. You can build, some really interesting features in your application by working on custom functions, custom widgets, and working on custom actions as well. Now, this part has to do with Flutter codes, Android, iOS configuration, and a whole lot of things. We're going to talk about this eventually as we continue in our, project. Okay, so we can come here to look at Cloud Function. Cloud Function helps you handle a good number of things. Like, for instance, when you're trying to handle payments with Stripe, you're going to need to set up a Cloud Function that works on that. So that's where this Cloud Function comes to play in FlutterFlow. Then we also have automated test. Now, if at all you are very familiar with N8N, for instance, I think it was formerly called N8N is different from Integromat. Sorry, I almost mixed that up. So Integromat is the former name for make.com. So if at all you want to do like some crazy automation, you can either use make.com or N8N. But in this case, you can use FlutterFlow to do most of your automations, which we're going to look at eventually. So this is the AI agents, and you know that this particular season is the season for artificial intelligence, and so that's where we have these coming to play. You can actually create your AI agents using FlutterFlow without having to, write a single line of code. All right, we're gonna work on this eventually. I just wanted to walk you through the various sections of FlutterFlow. I wanted you to see what's possible within FlutterFlow. I wanted you to get excited with this amazing technology and just understand how it really, really works. So this is the team section. When you're building your application, this is the part that has to do with the colors, the typography, and icons, design system, and team widgets. So you might have like an interest in working on an application that has a specific kind of colors. So this is the part where you get to choose the colors that makes up the light mode theme, and then this is the part that has to do with the dark mode theme as well. Okay. So then typography and icons, you can come here and then set your primary font family and set your secondary font family as well. These are some of the things that you get to see here as well. So the design system, you can create it yourself. You can determine how many the size of your screen that makes up size of your user screen that makes up a mobile application, size of the screen that makes up a tablet, all right, a type of your screen that makes up a landscape. You can set up all of that here, which helps you with handling the breakpoint in different gadget devices or gadget screens. And yeah, so now we can come to the team widgets. You can create a widget, by writing codes. You can, research how to do that using ChatGPT, and then create them and then upload them here. So we have the settings here. The settings helps you to put your project name, description. Some of the things here, I don't really advise you to, touch them when you've already created the application. All right. Then you can set up the entry page and then the logged in page here. The entry page is the page the user gets to see once they open your application from their phone. The logged in page is the page they get to see when they have logged in into your application using their email and password, or maybe their phone numbers and password. So here we have app assets. These are the app assets. We have the image for the splash image, the launcher icon, and some other things. You can also put the arrow image as well. Nav bar and app bar, this is how you can actually optimize it and change it. Then collaboration, this can allow you to collaborate with different people, but just like I said earlier, you need a specific plan for collaboration. So then we have Firebase. This is where you get to connect your project to Firebase or Superbase. All right, but here this is not where you connect to Superbase actually. All right, so the languages, you can set your primary language and your display languages. You can check out the platforms you want your application to run on. Then the permissions are here. Project dependencies, you can add a library that contains the project dependencies for your project. Then authentication, push notifications, you can turn it on like I did here. And then you can have your application, having push notifications. Mobile deployment, you can do them directly from here as well. Web deployments, you can actually deploy it to the web and have a link to share with your audience. Let's say you have you're building a web application. It's preferable that you launch it on the web, and then you can have access to it. You can connect a custom domain to this particular project as well. So then we have, it's taking some time to load. I think we might come back to that. This is the publish as library. All right, then this is where you connect to Stripe. This is where you connect to Braintree, Revenue Card, Razorpay, Superbase, SQLite, GitHub. Now, for most of you that are traditional developers, you can connect your FlutterFlow project to your GitHub, right? You can do that directly by, connecting to GitHub here. You come here to developer menu and connect to GitHub. You can open in VS Code. You can download your code. You can, refactor project, download project YAMLs, and then download APK, and then explore the FlutterFlow CLI. All right. Then here is where you can, integrate Algolia for searching. You can integrate your Google Analytics to, monitor user behavior and entry on your application. You can add your Google Maps here by providing the Android API key, the iOS API key, and the web API key here, all in one platform, FlutterFlow. You can integrate your AdMob here in FlutterFlow. You can add your Mux live screen for video calls in your application. Then one signal as well for sending email or SMS notification, and then you can bring in your Gemini. All right, so this is all the things I wanted to talk about in this reintroduction of FlutterFlow to you guys. Now, it's been a privilege to reintroduce you guys to FlutterFlow. We're going to be doing this much more intensely in subsequent tutorials. Like I always did, I will be creating projects from start to finish. I will because that's the best way to learn how to build a particular project from start to finish, and then you get to see how it's been done here. So if you enjoyed this particular tutorial, I would like you to just drop a thumbs up for me, and subscribe to this channel. Remember to share this to your friends, your colleagues, who might actually find this very interesting too, to you. So yeah, I'm wishing you a very lovely time exploring FlutterFlow, and see you in the next video tutorial. Bye for now.